Kenneth Branagh's brand new film is coming out this week. It's called Belfast. It won the Audience Award at TIFF, and it's getting a lot of buzz here as we head into Oscars season. I'm going to let you know what I thought about the movie next. Hey everyone, it's the Outlaw John Rocha here with a brand new review for you for this film, Belfast, written and directed by Kenneth Branagh. This is essentially kind of a memoir of his time growing up in Belfast in the late 1960s there in Northern Ireland as a young 9-year-old kid with a family that is going through the troubles, as they're called, between the Catholics and Protestants, the battles that were happening out in the streets, and then what his family does as a reaction to what's going on there. It's a beautiful, heartwarming, lovely film that I can't wait to talk about here on the review. But first, let me remind you all to please subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the new content we do here on the Outlaw Nation channel. And then head on over to Twitch. Follow and subscribe to me there on Twitch. There's much more play-alongs, watch-alongs, John and Wendy's show on Fridays. It's happening there on Twitch. I'll let you know later how you can be part of the Patreon and be an interactive part of the Outlaw Nation. All right, let's get into Belfast.
Holy God.
All right, the film synopsis reads: a semi-autobiographical film which chronicles the life of a working-class family and their young son's childhood during the tumult of the late 1960s in the Northern Ireland capital of Belfast. So an interesting time to be setting a story, but as it says, semi-autobiographical. It's a quick hour and 36 minutes, something like that. And most of it is in black. Almost all of it is in black and white. We only get a little bit of color at the beginning and at the end, but it's an interesting film to get greenlit for a studio. And certainly it's got the art house feel to it. But Kenneth Branagh usually, does these kind of larger scope films, whether they succeed or don't succeed. Most of the time he's doing a larger scope film. And I haven't seen him do a black and white film in quite some time. Maybe some of you can correct me. A Midwinter's Tale, I think, was the last black and white feature film he did, which was sometime right after Henry V and right around Dead Again as well. And it's a fantastic film, a fantastic gem in Kenneth Branagh's resume and in his repertoire. Anyway, this film is also in black and white and has a fantastic cast here. So let's get into some of the things that I liked about the movie. The acting is just top notch here. Let's start with the main kid. That is Jude Hill. He's playing Buddy, essentially sitting in for Kenneth Branagh. Jude Hill is stellar. Never seen this kid before. Don't know the story about how he got involved in it. I'm just watching this kid on the screen, and he's very natural. He's very authentic. He's very raw. He's funny. He's charming. He's cute. He's just so magnetic to watch as he goes through it, and you can't help but connect with this character and be moved by him. Caitriona Balfe is stellar here. She's the mother of this family here, and she is trying to raise these two boys amongst the tumult that is happening right outside their doorstep on their street, trying to navigate all of this, and she is fantastic. Really, honestly, I don't watch Outlander, and I've only seen her in Ford versus Ferrari, and I was very, very impressed coming out of this movie of her abilities, her talent, her nuance, her power, her strength, her vulnerability, her compassion, all of it there on display. Jamie Dornan in here as Pa, the dad of this family. I didn't see the 50 Shades movie, but I've seen him in a couple other projects. But this was a nice color I hadn't seen on Jamie Dornan before. More of a reserved approach, a guy who's kind of been a bit of a loser in the past, but is kind of trying to do right by his family now. Also, there's an incredible sequence in the movie where he shows another level of his talent here as he's professing his love to Caitriona Balfe's character, and a moment in a scene where you don't expect something like that to occur, and when it does, it's a really magical scene, and you'll know it when you see it in the movie. Trust me, it'll kind of blow you away when you watch it. Then we've got the great Dame Judi Dench here as Granny, and Ciaran Hinds, another great actor, as Pop, and they're fantastic as the grandparents of Buddy. They have such sweet emotion between themselves, and there's some great moments of like kind of giving each other a little bit of crap, but then also talking to each other in such loving ways. It's a beautiful scene where he takes her by the hand and dances around with her as he's singing to her. It really shows you the love here, and they're a great guide for Buddy as he's kind of navigating his first love, and as he's navigating school, as he's navigating the issues that are going on with his family, as he's navigating the issues that are going on the streets. Another person I want to point out is Michael Maloney, who was the lead of A Midwinter's Tale that I mentioned a little bit earlier. He's in here as well, so great to see him kind of doling out his Irish accent deeply. Another element of authenticity, of Irish authenticity as you're watching the movie as well. So enjoy the acting all around. That's the number one thing I loved about the film. The second thing is the direction here. I think Kenneth Branagh is fantastic as a director in this movie. You can sense there's a real desire to tell this story correctly, and to tell this story in a heartwarming way, in a way that leaves you with a smile on your face by the end of the movie. Yes, sensing a little bit of the melancholy or the sadness of a situation like this, but also, kind of connecting to this family and living through this family and caring for this family. I think he does a great job in how he paces out the film. Branagh sometimes can get accused of being too bombastic with his movies, or too big, or the movies are too long. All of that he's suffered criticism for, but when he gets it right, they are joyful movies to watch. He's been successful in multiple different genres, and him coming back to something like this, you can tell there's a restrained direction here. A lot of use of crane shots, a lot of use of close-ups. He makes the black and white really sing. It's not an easy thing to do, but he makes it really sing. This is kind of a smart move by Branagh as well. Black and white, this idea of two colors living together. So Catholics and Protestants, right? The old generation, the young generation. Branagh doesn't pull any punches here when it comes to the troubles in Northern Ireland, Catholics versus Protestants. You see the violence, you see the bloodshed, you see some fire, some explosions, the devastation of that. You see it there. And also Jamie Dornan as the father here is being pulled to one side and pressured to join one side to go after the other side. So you see him navigating that conflict throughout the film, which I think is a fantastic element of the movie and of Jamie Dornan's acting in the movie. Oh, and the score, or the music that they use, Van Morrison. Great old school Van Morrison music being used throughout the movie. Nice sequences, nice montages that are set to the Van Morrison songs from that time that and you remember, really decorate the film and add an even sweeter element to the movie as well. Is there anything I can ding about the movie? Not really. I think it's a really beautiful film. I didn't catch myself looking at my watch once or wanting to check my phone. I was so engrossed in this. I guess if there's anything, you might have an issue with the fact that it's very heavily Irish. There's no subtitles, so you're going to have to train your ear to kind of understand the Irish accent and what have you, but there's not much I can dig it for. I would have liked to have stayed a little bit longer, and I know it's ironic because I know Branagh gets, as I said earlier, Branagh gets a little bit of crap for his movies being too long. I would have loved to stay another 10, 15 minutes in this story and get to know even more of the characters involved here. So in the end, what I would say is that Belfast is a touching, beautiful, moving, honest, raw, heartbreaking, and sumptuous film that will have you feeling all the feels. It's a snapshot of a time in a young boy's life when life and death are becoming real, but so is love and hope. And I highly recommend this one. I give this one 4.5 cowboy hats out of 5. 4.5 cowboy hats. It's so fantastic, so sweet, so great. So I can't encourage you enough to go and see this. See this with your family. Yeah, there might be some tough issues for the younger kids. You might have to explain a little bit, but overall, I think it delivers a very powerful message, especially nowadays. It really resonates, the message nowadays, this idea, because we're so divided on social media. We're so divided politically in this country and in this world. I think Branagh is releasing this film at the right time to kind of remind people that no matter how crazy it may be out there are places to find peace and comfort within your family or your friends. And maybe that's what's going to help you elevate yourself to the next level, elevate yourself out of that kind of situation and embrace a better, possible, brighter future in your life and in our country's life and in our world's life. So I think that it's a fantastic message that Branagh has dropped on us with this movie, Belfast. All right. Well, let me know if you get a chance to see it. Let me know what you thought of the movie down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this review in the comment section below as well. Remember, hit a like on this video. It's so important to hit a like on this video and share it on your social media. When you share it on your social media, you're telling your friends and family who follow you that, hey, the Outlaw Nation is a cool place to come and enjoy some content. And speaking of the Outlaw Nation, please always remember to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button as you see there on the screen, because we need you. We need you to get to that 20,000 subscribers mark. We just crossed 19,100 subscribers. So let's get to 20,000 subscribers. That'd be fantastic by the end of the year. We could use your help in doing that. And if you want to head on over and follow me on Twitch, you can do so as well. The Outlaw Nation, all one word there on Twitch. Follow and subscribe to me there for watch alongs, play alongs, the John and Wendy show on Fridays, all kinds of stuff and more happening on Twitch. And if you want to be an interactive part of the Outlaw Nation, head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/John Rocha. See all the multiple tiers you can be a part of to support all we're doing here on the Outlaw Nation and get some awesome, cool benefits for being a part of the Outlaw Nation as well. All right, that's it for me. Take care of yourselves. Be well. And I'll talk to you next time with another brand new review here on the Outlaw Nation.